Remind me again.
Going to the dam.
Hi, dam. What's the old ad about? What am I supposed to say about the dam?
This is the dam day.
Right, just to clarify points like this, we're going to start.
Waiting for the rest of that story.
Never first.
It'll be the first one and only one today.
Give him a chance to keep it serious for 5 minutes. Yes.
I understand.
It was just meant as a reservoir to keep enough water behind it to be used during the dry season. It extends across the river for a distance of 2,400 meters. It's almost 2.5 kilometers across from one side to the other. With the height is 40 meters, the width at the top is 7 meters, and at the bottom is 35 meters. And if you look to your right, you can see the difference between the ground level here and the water, or even the level of the Nile here in the water. And then you can see the furthest of the 6 cataracts of the Nile. This is the northernmost of the cataracts, just up here on the right. The cataract is basically a large blocks of stone, in this case granite, in the passage of the river. With the normal flow of the river before the building of the dams or anything during the flood time, because of the granite, it would form like a white foam over the rapids as it went through it, and that's why the white water in the eye is called cataract. It's taken from this. Really? What looks like tiny shrubs on these big trees, really huge trees. And up here we have the water through for the turbines. This was not originally part of the dam, this was an addition added later. So originally when the dam was first built in 1902, it did not have any power plants. Let's filter through back again across the 2 plants. The Aswan Dam provides electricity down to the port in the southwest of Egypt, and lots of other minerals and things. So there's a lot of investment going on. As I said, the United States used the Russians to build the dam or provide the expertise when needed, and few of them stayed behind after the completion.
Yeah, why would the Russians really do it unless they could get some
Oh, that's good.
something from the Egyptians?
It takes about 10.
Here we are. You've got the lake now on the right. That's the Lake Nasser. It extends for 500 kilometers from this point southwards. The southernmost 120 of which are actually in the Sudan.
Man-made lakes.
And the temple that you see on the island just over there, that's one of the temples that was saved and moved by UNESCO. It's the temple of Kalabsha, moved from the original site of Kalabsha, which is about 60 miles south. It was transported by boats and reconstructed on this site. In total, there were 40 sites that we knew of in Nubia. Only 14 were saved out of the 40. They saved the big 14. And some of the other smaller sites, they just couldn't get to them in time. One of these sites, however, this is, to me, it's, of course, Abu Simbel is the biggest of the sites, but this one is the most fascinating. It wasn't a very big temple, but because the water was rising up so quickly and they did not have the time, they actually cut the cliff. The temple was built on a cliff. They cut the entire cliff with the temple intact and moved the whole cliff.
Oh, wow.
The whole cliff was moved with the temple intact on top of it.
Well, actually, the way to go now
Christmas
is
to
with
after New
Yamas
Year's.
or
It was very difficult to find, to provide medical care in these areas. They were extremely remote. There were no roads leading to the different towns and villages. Their transport was all on camels, which is a very slow method of transport, so you didn't have sectors. It's very hard to tell. I don't think that there is a single Egyptian who can actually point out and say, I'm a pure Arab or I'm a pure Greek origin or pure Nubian. It's all been mixed marriages through the years.
وش يا سنة؟
يعني ما يزعل قوة ترى بير يا ميشو تبع حرشينو بير ليه؟ الكم نبلانو تلسي وسافر هندي رجب والله رجب جماعة
camel bone, and they have them also in different colors. That's 30 Egyptian pounds or $6. Then they have the big long ones as well. These are also 30. These are 5 Egyptian pounds, so $1. The hematite ones are 10 Egyptian pounds, so $2. Ones with feathers, and it's also 15 Egyptian pounds for the book.
Ci mai mi poi scattata.
It's a guy.
Get it, Bill?
There's the temple on the left.
Oh, there. Good shot. Right there through the rock.
Boat if you like. Find you back.
Yeah, right behind there.
If anybody needs the toilets, it's just behind the trees over there. In the building under the trees. Okay? Right? There's stairs going down that leads into the